on live, for that show, that live hospitality talk show that everyone's talking about, On Air with Russell of Hotels. Today is Saturday. Hey, I know that. I know today's Saturday. I know today's a weekend. But, people are asking me when I sent out the promo piece yesterday, they're like, why are you doing this on a Saturday? Blah, blah, blah. I said, because that's when Victor can be here. Okay, that's what I said. I said, because that's when Victor can be here. And who said that podcasts only have to be during the week? They can be when people have availability. So that just goes to show you how flexible Russell of Hotels is. But anyway, as you can see to my right or your left, I'm not sure how it is, Mr. Victor Fernandez is here. We're going to invite him on in a couple minutes. But this is kind of like the monologue first. So I'm going to mute myself, and I told Victor this already. He's just, over there smiling. And tell him just show him what you have in your hand there, Victor. Real quick. This has to be the first one, okay, that Victor said, I'll be more comfortable if you would go grab a beer, is what he told me. And I said, okay, well, hey, I'm here for it, okay? So there you go. So we're going to have a good time today. We're going to have a conversation. It's not an interview. People always say, oh, you interviewed Victor. No, Victor and I are having a conversation, okay? And I'm going to get into how I met Victor and how we met each other some years ago. So it's going to be good. It's going to be all good. But I'm going to put you on hold for a second, and we're going to do the intro, and we're going to come back to the show. So hold on one second. I'm going to hit like 2 or 3 buttons, and we're about to make it happen. So, okay, here we go.
Welcome to On Air with Russell of Hotels, where we talk about everything hospitality, from hotels to influencers and everything in between. We will feature guest interviews with hospitality professionals who will share their experiences. Your host, Russell Edmond, has spent over 25 years in the hospitality industry, beginning his career with Marriott International in hotel operations before moving into the sales arena and becoming a relationship building director of sales and marketing. Russell then went to the other side as a hospitality entrepreneur. He now consults in the hotel and meeting space, which includes being the CEO of Russell of Hotels Group. Did I mention he was a veggie foodie? Yes. Russell is always looking for good non-meat eats. Please welcome your host, Russell Edmond.
Hey, good afternoon. Good Saturday afternoon to everybody. Thank you guys so much for joining On Air with Russell of Hotels, a special Saturday edition. This is show number 249, right? So one less of 250, another milestone that we're just knocking out, episodes, 1 week at a time. But anyway, this is actually the second show this week of On Air with Russell of Hotels, which is a rarity, but sometimes, you got to make concessions for people, right? Just like in the hotel space, we give concessions. Sometimes we got to make concessions for certain people, right? And Victor's one of those people. When Victor basically, I guess this goes back a couple of weeks. We were talking about him coming on the show and this and that. And he said, man, I work during the week. I ain't got time for it. Basically, he said, he didn't say it in these words, but this is basically how I heard it. He said, man, I work during the week. I don't have time for this. If you want me to come on, you need to do it on Saturday. That's basically what I heard. I'm like, okay, let's do it on Saturday then. So that's a good thing. So, but anyway, I'm going to do the quick little bio. In fact, let me just turn on the comment section. You guys can feel free to make your comments. This is an interactive show. I always say that. It's especially interactive on a Saturday, okay? So if you guys are out there, just let me know where you are. Just let me know if you have questions. We're going to talk about Vegas and Victor, because Victor's been in Vegas forever. I'll tell you how I met him, and I don't even know if he remembers when he met me. But anyway, let me do the little quick bio. And Victor is one of them. kind of threw something together. I know he did. Probably just threw this together, and they're like, okay, you figure it out. So that's basically what he did. So been in Las Vegas since '71. I don't know if that means you were born in '71 or you lived in Vegas in '71. That doesn't even matter. He began his career in the industry at a very small AV business in 1986 and later carried that knowledge to GES Exposition Services. Damn, okay. I, I know GES, right? So AV for almost 10 years. Later, he began a 15-year satisfying life at the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority, LVCVA, where he most recently served as a national sales manager. Prior to his tenure at LVCVA, he was senior sales manager at the Casablanca Resort, Casino, Golf and Spa in Mesquite, Nevada. Is that still around? Raised in Las Vegas, Fernandez enjoys traveling with his wife to oceanside destinations, especially the Caribbean. Yeah, I love the Caribbean too. He is a father of 4 adult children and has 1 granddaughter with 1 on the way. Congratulations! And yes, he has 4 dogs. Okay, well that's a time that's a show for another time. 4 dogs. Wow. Okay. Without further ado, Victor, you can undo your mic or unmute your mic. We're gonna welcome Victor Fernandez to the stage.
Thank you, Russell.
No, thank you, man. I appreciate you coming on, on a Saturday. I know you're a busy guy, and, we've been trying to get this thing happening for probably a couple of years. Am I right?
Yeah, close to it. We've known each other for about that, maybe a little bit longer. And I do remember where I met you. So don't think I don't. My memory's slowing down, but it hasn't slowed down that much.
Where was it then?
I believe it was IPEC.
Yeah,
IPEC trade show. Yeah.
Yes, definitely IPEC, Independent Planners Educational Conference. Yeah, so I met Victor, and and we just because I think we had an appointment together, and then we talked, just briefly, and then I told him what I did. I told him I had a show, the kind of thing. I mean, I do hotel site selection, but I did this show as well, and I mentioned that to him, and I said, well, why don't you come on? And he's like, oh, you don't want me to come on there. Remember that?
Yeah.
Give me all this negativity.
You don't have any business for me? You just want me to come on your show? I go, oh man, I got one of those. Okay.
Oh man. Well, I didn't want you to walk away with nothing. You know what I mean? So you gotta have something, right?
And here we are. Friendship, relationship, it's all about that.
There you go. I think it's about 3 or 4 years ago. I think that's when our paths crossed, and then of course, once your paths cross one time, your paths continue to cross, right? So absolutely. I saw you again. Did I see? I think the last time I saw you was it in Tucson, maybe?
It was in. I want to say it was in the Carolinas, North Carolina. I think for another IPEC show.
That's
but
right.
It was probably again here in IMEX when you came to Vegas.
We came to
IMEX,
Connect.
Perhaps.
It was Connect.
It was Connect.
Yes.
But we constantly run into each other. There's always a smile and a handshake, and I'm sure here we are again. So.
Yeah, and that's what this industry is all about. It's all about the the continued connections, the continued networking, and hopefully there's a pot of gold at the end of that rainbow, meaning, we give business, have business for you, and that's always the ultimate, right? But it hasn't happened yet, but it will happen, Victor. Let's just remain patient, you know what I mean?
Well, you know what? Relationship building is not necessarily if you get business for me or if I got business for you. You may introduce me to somebody that does have business for me. So it's all the connections, it's all the connect the dots, right?
Yes, sir. See, that's spoken like a true sales professional right there, right? Because some people, and you're an OG, okay? Can I say that you're an OG sales professional? Can I say that?
I'll let you.
because maybe some of the younger guys, the younger people out there be like, no, we need to get business and this and that. You're not thinking long term, right? And you got to think long term because more than likely you don't go to one show or one meeting with a client or potential client and walk out with something. You got to be in it for the long haul. You can't be in it just for the one and done. I mean, I've done one and I got, a piece of business. Well, no, that's rare that even happens. So, but no, I thank you for saying that. But, but yeah, so we're going to get into just a couple, we're going to have some conversation here, Victor. Not that we already hadn't started having conversations, but, let's talk a little bit about, you're in Vegas now. And I have to apologize. Hold on before you say anything. I have to apologize for the photo that's in back of me. Okay. Victor told me I should have shown, the downtown Vegas area. So this is the strip, the popular strip that most people know. But why don't you, if you could, before I get into really the meat of what I'm going to ask you of the conversation, the difference between the strip and downtown, where you're talking about, what's the difference?
Well, that is a very popular shot. That's a shot that everybody does recognize. It's the one that's on TV, and we have so many events going on in Las Vegas these days, and that's the one that you do see. But the one that's not so seen, not so recognized is the downtown area, and that's where I do a lot of my business is downtown. So it's where Vegas started. It's where people forget about, and if you haven't been downtown, that's where you need to at least break away from. If you already have your plans for the Las Vegas Strip, visit the downtown area. People walk around in the downtown area. People drive around in the Las Vegas Strip area. So a lot more flexibility downtown. The rates are much different. And when I say that, on the lower end, the properties are smaller. I get a lot of visitors that say that the gaming is a lot easier and a lot more easier to learn because the casinos are much more lighthearted, if you would. Museums, arts, the Darts District, the Mob Museum. So if you ever watch any of the casino movies, or if you have ever done any kind of mob history, the Mob Museum is down there. It's a magnificent venue down there. Again, the Arts District is down there. Walkability, all that is downtown. So I would encourage people to at least give it a shot down there and come and see me. I mean, you got to come and see me.
Okay, well then that leads into where they come see you. They're just walking down the strip, walking down Fremont Street, and hope it happen to see you. Where they going to come see you?
You can ask anybody where Victor Fernandez. No. Follow the Golden Road, the Golden Nugget. That's where I'm at. The Golden Nugget Hotel and Casino.
Okay.
That property's been there for a long time, and that's where I'm at.
Okay. Very good.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Victor,
Yes,
so
sir.
we know that he represents the Golden Nugget. I'm sorry, say it again.
No, I just said yes, sir.
Oh, okay. So we know if we want to find Victor, we just go to the Golden Nugget and we'll run right into him. So there you go.
Yes,
so
sir.
we know we got a little history about downtown versus the more popular, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of hidden gems in downtown. I mean, I remember my in-laws, they would stay at and I'm not even sure if it's still there now. The Lady Luck, is it still around?
The Lady Luck has been gone for quite some time. Yeah, that was one of the originals. I used to hang out there for a minute. Yeah.
Well,
oh my. Yeah, Russell.
Oh well, I'm just telling you. Okay, my in-laws. Okay, they've since gone on, but when I went to Vegas with them, that's where they stayed. They were my father-in-law was like a heavy roller, a high roller at the Lady Luck.
High roller, yeah.
A high roller. So yeah. I would always go. We would always go there. We would stay there. they always had free rooms and all this stuff. The typical stuff. If
So yeah,
you spend a lot
so
of money there.
to get free rooms, you got to be a high roller.
Yeah, so that was their hotel of choice, and I think I got introduced to downtown before the Strip, and this was we're talking probably 25, 30 years ago, right? So, yeah, so I always have to ask, is is the Lady Luck still there? Because I'm not even sure. I haven't been back in that area in a while, so.
Well, you have an invitation to be my guest.
Okay, you guys heard that. You guys heard that. Okay, very good, very good. You guys heard that. All right, let me ask you this. Okay, this is the question that everybody wants to know, right? Everybody, when I come on and do this thing, when I have a guest on and we have a conversation, they always want to hear this. They always want me to ask the question and they want to hear the answer. So I'm gonna give you this question. Okay, you ready?
All right, I'm ready. Let's go.
All right. Did you choose hospitality or did hospitality choose you?
Wow, I have heard that before on the shows. Yeah. So I would have to say initially, hospitality chose me because I landed in it. I was in school, right? I was in school for, I'm an old dude, right? I'm in my mid to late 50s, and there was no computers yet, right? Computers were just starting out. That's how old I am. I'm gonna put it out there, and I'm not ashamed. Learning computers was just getting started. So getting to that point, I was just getting started, and we were just the audiovisual was intriguing to me. That's why you'll find that's a shot that you were looking for earlier. I like that shot. Look at that gold. Look at that golden nugget on the. Look at that. You did it, Russell. Look at
I
that.
told you, man. I told you I was going to try to change
game
things.
now. You threw me off my game. I'm going to talk about that shot here in a minute.
All right, all right.
So I was getting started in the audiovisual side of things. So I sort of like the whole convention industry was intriguing to me then, and so that's how I got into the industry that is number one in Las Vegas. The convention industry was just there, and it pulled me in. That's why I say that it drew me in. The trade show industry, Las Vegas is number one in the world for the trade show industry. So it pulled me in, and I'm like I just rode the wave in with it.
Okay, very
You
good,
know,
very good.
from audiovisual, I just took off with it. It was just there, and I saw the guys with the suits. I'm like, man, what do they do for a living? I'm like, I want to wear a suit. What I'm delivering audiovisual gear to these trade show booths, and I'm like, look at me, man. I want to wear a suit like those guys, and that inspired me to do better. I want to take that next step. I want to take
Hmm.
that next step to be an account executive. I want to get into sales. I want to do what they're doing. And I'm telling you, Russ, I just took it upon myself to get to that next step, learn more and learn more and learn more, and that's how I did my thing here in Vegas. I from old grimy, mullet head, kid growing up in my early 20s to wearing a suit as an account, going to be an account executive to just learning as much as I could throughout the year. So to answer your question, no, it got me. The bug got me.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Wow. Wow. Now, was it an easy transition from you with an AV company? Was it an easy transition for you to go over there? Did they open you with open arms? Were they looking for you? Did you have to let people know you're interested? How did that whole thing work?
It was a matter of when I'm sorry, but when they see quality, a hard worker, they just they just it's a thing. They're looking for each other.
Yes.
You know, good looks for good.
Okay. Good. Good.
You know,
Okay. And that's how it
so
works. So it
that's
was
how that
easy.
happened.
So it was an easy transition then.
It was an easy transition for both of us. Yeah, yes,
Okay.
sir.
Very good.
But
Very good. Do you
let's talk
remember your
about
first
that.
hotel?
Um, the first hotel that I worked in,
Hmm?
that was that Casablanca Resort out in Mesquite.
Is it still there?
That is still there. Now that,
Okay.
if you remember a gentleman, he passed away, Merv Griffin.
Yeah.
So Merv Griffin opened that property up as I want to say it was a Paradise Casino back in the day. I may be wrong on that, but he opened that up, swanky in the middle of nowhere, out in Mesquite, Nevada.
Okay.
And then after that, there were brothers that bought it and took it over and called it the Casablanca.
Okay. Okay.
And they were looking for salespeople, and I took them up on an offer that they offered me as a sales manager, working living here in Vegas at the time,
Hmm.
and did well for them. Worked for them for almost 10 years, and then after that, the LVCVA came calling, and I was fortunate enough to work for the LVCVA for 15 years after that. So, but that was my first sales gig in the hospitality industry, was at Casablanca Resort.
Wow. 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 Wow.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah.
That's amazing. I love that. I love those stories. So you went from Casablanca to the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority, right?
Right, right, right.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Then transition from there to where you are currently.
From the LVCVA.
Yeah.
No, from the LVCVA, then I did I did the Plaza Hotel for a little while, and then to the Golden Nugget. Remember, because I think we
That's right.
ran into each
Okay.
other when I was at the Plaza,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
which is
Yes.
also
Yes.
downtown. Hmm.
Okay, 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 okay. So you love the downtown hotels. You love that downtown vibe.
I like the vibe. Yep,
Okay, all right, very
I
good,
like the
very good.
vibe.
I like that. I
Yeah,
like that. I
yeah.
like that. What? Okay, as far as like clients and things like that, what's your approach to, I guess, to finding clients or keeping that relationship going? What is your how do you do that? What's the method to that? I always ask people that, young, old, doesn't matter. I mean, I just want to know what's the method to that, and what are we missing
Well,
out on?
what are we missing out on?
Yeah,
You know,
how do you do it, and how do you think people are what do you think people are missing out on as far as um, maintaining relationships with clients? That's what I'm trying to say.
I think we have to maintain a certain level of old school. We still have to attend the trade shows. We still have to do the face to face. That's as important as ever, because sitting behind a desk and dialing for dollars, it just doesn't work. You've got to spend the budget. You've got to make the money out there. Doing the face to face, because what you and I have done so far is paying off. You've got to attend the trade shows. You got to attend the connects. Um, you've got to hit the road. You've got to show your wares out there to the people. Um, Sitting behind that, on the phone is great, but people remember faces. Uh,
Mm.
People that salespeople these days that communicate solely by email, they just they aren't getting it. They're afraid to pick up. Some people are afraid to pick up the phone and speak to people these days, and I think that's not correct. So um, they're afraid to be seen. They're approaching things in their own way, and if that works for them, great. But I still think of the old ways of going out and shaking hands and being seen. So um, there's Cvent's doing some great things of prospecting, but again, you've got to have the right budget for that these days. So, um, but I face to face, every chance you get.
You know what? I definitely agree with that. Thank you so much for saying that, because um, there's a lot of people that depend on, they're more reactive sales, meaning they're just waiting for the phone to ring. Well, my thing is, well, how do you get that damn phone to ring? I mean, someone has to be out there, shaking hands and kissing babies, or shaking babies and kissing hands, one of the two, So no, you definitely hit it, and a lot of the, and I hate to say it's generational stuff or whatever, but one thing that caught me off guard, and I had a conversation with someone earlier this week on this show, but it was another episode, the one that came on Tuesday. And he said, and he was a younger guy in his 20s, right? Which when he said this, it kind of I kind of smiled, because a lot of people his generation, his age, don't think like this. He said, he said, I have to meet with people. I got to pick up the phone and call people and talk to people. And I said, what? I said, say that again. I said, say that one more time, what you just said. Because I said, that's a lost art. And you think you think it's the simplest thing to do is to pick up the phone and talk to someone. But it's not simple anymore. It's not simple anymore. People will rather, I'll just, send out an email or whatever, blah, blah. No. So when he said that, I was like, okay, there's some hope there. There is some hope, because a lot of people they don't want to pick up the phone. They don't want to have a conversation, and a lot of things get lost in, translation and emails. Well, that's one thing that I have noticed. So I call people just so they'll call me back. And sometimes, it's funny. Sometimes it's a hit and miss. Even when I call them, I initiate a phone call. I'm expecting a phone call back. Okay. Sometimes I don't get a phone call back. I get an email back. I'm like, wait a minute, that ain't what I want. Okay. So, but no, thank you for that. I appreciate that. And are you in a role now where you can, let's say, mentor people? Do you find yourself doing a lot of that these days?
Russell, I find myself doing it, regardless whether I'm in that role or not. It's just something that's in me.
Mm-hmm.
And some people want it, some people don't, but I think I'm just at that point in my career that I've always done it. Probably I find myself within the last 10 years, even when I was in different positions. And some people still tell me, that, hey, this guy, taught me a lot, and I find that, and I hear people telling me that, or I hear people from other people saying, hey, this guy, taught me a lot. And I'm like, so I'm going to keep doing it. I not, until they tell me to stop, or they find it offensive, or what, I just, that's part of me giving back, right? It doesn't it cost me anything to give what I've learned back to the industry, or the human, right? So
exactly.
I'm going to keep doing it. So whether it's my role or not, I think it's just been my responsibility.
Yeah, that's point well taken. You said whether it's your role or not is your responsibility. A lot of people don't even think like that. So no, thank you for saying that, and thank you for, we do have to talk up the newer generation that are coming up. I mean, one reason why I do this show is to have people come on, and they can come on and have a conversation and talk about what they do, how they do it, or whatever. But I'm always end the conversations by saying, if you ever need anything, any questions or whatever, just feel free to reach out. I mean, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to, have a voice within the hospitality space, because the hospitality industry, I'm sure, just like for you, it's been good to me, right? It's been great to me. I've done a lot of things that I know I never would have done without this industry, right? So, and of course, you make a living through that, and you travel because of it, all that kind of stuff. I mean, I've seen, parts of, the United States because of this job, right? From, being a sales manager to director of sales and marketing to have my own thing or whatever. Yeah. And it hasn't stopped, and it's not going to stop unless I get off this train. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Yeah, no, that what you said is shown me parts of the country and parts of the world in many cases that I may have not seen or been a part of, and allowed me to experience many things. So no, if I can continue to do it, as long as I can do it. So you
Yes.
know,
Yes.
but yeah, and I see another generation coming up that may be taught a different way to do it. But if I can share my experiences, and if they can pluck little pieces out of there that helps them, then so be it.
Exactly.
So
Exactly. All right. Very good. Now, can you talk a little bit about? Let's just. I know you talked about Vegas and downtown versus like the Strip or whatever. But Vegas, and I always say this, Vegas is a different animal. Las Vegas is a different animal than any destination out there. Um, what am I trying to ask? What am I trying to ask you? I guess how do you navigate? How do you navigate the stuff in Vegas? What's you know the strip versus the downtown? Maybe there's some things that locals do that the people that are tourists don't do. You know what I mean? Do you know? Is there some? Can you talk about some? They call them hacks, right? Some travel hacks to Vegas.
social media is so strong in that sense. I'm noticing a lot of social media. I call them vampires a little bit because they've just got their teeth in everything out there, and they've uncovered so much on their own. All these influencers and everything that are posting, and
Mm,
you'll see them sitting at these high end restaurants, with their cameras out, and they're getting the chances to experience all these, fire drinks, and bartenders come over and light things on fire for them, and they're like with their cameras. And so social media has taken over the what only maybe travel professionals were able to do before for them. Years ago, I would always refer people. I'm like, well, you've got to go to the convention bureau. They're the number one destination, authority of what's going on in the town. But even the Convention Bureau of Vegas has sort of shifted their model to now more of an entertainment and sports authority. So you've got to rely on social media these days for everything that's going on in town, and rely
mm,
on it. You can just say to the phone these days, where's the best eats, and show me your location, and I'll tell you that this kind of
mm,
thing. But honestly, downtown is much different than the Strip, than Henderson is, than the East Side I mean, there was a competition not that long ago for the best taco in Vegas. We're watching TV this morning, and turns out the best taco was more of a food truck kind of situation of some guy slicing meat
mm,
off of it, and we were like,
mm.
well, we thought it was a legit restaurant. So there you go. So you never know where you're going to find a hot spot with the best food at all anymore in Vegas. So you navigate it by looking at your phone these days, quite honestly. So
Mhm. Mhm.
but anywhere these days is the best way to navigate these hot spots, man. It's just insane. It's just insane. It's like,
Yes. Yes.
so
Yes. Yes. I get it. I get it. Hey, this let me just ask this because I come against this when I source out hotels in Vegas, and I assume that it's if it's not every hotel, it's got to be 99% of them. The resort fee. Do most hotels have the resort fee moving forward? Is that something that if they don't have it, they're gonna have it soon?
it doesn't seem like it's going away. Um, it doesn't seem like it's going away. If anything, it seems to rise, um, little by little. There are times that the resorts do discount it for groups, but
Mm.
I don't see it going away, Russell. That's here to stay.
Okay. All right.
They
Hey, I
they
figured it
you know
was, but I have to ask someone that's there.
Yeah, I don't, they seem to be including more items with it. And it's up to it's up to the opinion of the buyer, whether or not it's of value to them.
Hmm.
But yeah, I don't see it going away. And anytime that there's a charge added to anything, um, it just seems like it doesn't go away anymore.
Yeah, because Vegas is a trendsetter when it comes to certain charges and things like that. Because the same things that Vegas is, as far as the resort fees and things like that. Well, I mean that stuff is here in LA. It's damn near everywhere now. But it all I just remembered it all started in Vegas. I mean consistently, which is hey, it like we always say, well, it is what it is. Well, yeah, it definitely is what it is now.
Yeah.
But you can't get around that. And I've had many groups or potential groups that want to go to Vegas, and they say, well, we're looking for a rate like that's this. Okay, yeah, you're looking for this rate, but remember there is a resort fee that's going to go on top of that as well. What? A resort fee? Well, can you? Well, that's your job to get it off. You're like, no, that's not. It's not that easy. It's not that easy. They may discount it a little bit, but it's never going to go away. So yeah, it's just one of those things that we as hotel site selection people or meeting planners just need to bite the bullet and let our clients know. But I'm always transparent with the clients, let them know, hey, these are the things that you're going to have to pay for. Even parking now, parking used to be complimentary in Vegas, but a couple of years ago that all seemed to change as well. So yeah, so no, I mean it is what it is, But I just thought, I thought I'd just bring that up just because I'm talking to somebody from Vegas.
Yeah, no, and that's a great question, and I will tell you this, and I'll back it up with one more thing, Russell. You mentioned parking. Parking is not always included in the resort fee, but some hotels do include it in the resort fee.
Okay.
So keep an eye out for that. Um, that some properties do include it. So you're like, okay, well, that's the largest benefit of the resort fee is like if the parking is included,
Mhm.
there wipes out that fee already. Because
Mhm.
if you're having to pay $50 for parking, but it's included in the resort fee, then you got it made. You know, I happen to know a property that does that. Now, the flip side of all that. Now, you mentioned Resort B fee being a major impact in when you're sourcing properties. If you flip it and you look at some of the other destinations around the country when you're sourcing properties. Now, I've traveled, you've traveled. You get home and you start looking at that hotel folio, and you've got the hotel your hotel rate, and then you've got seven other line items that you've got to contend with, and then you've got the Vegas bill, and you've got a hotel rate, and you've got a hotel rate, tax, and resort fee. You got three line items.
Mhm.
But you go to other destinations, you've got seven. You got the rate, you've got tax, and then you've got destination tax, and you've got seven different taxes you got to contend with. So I mean, Vegas ain't bad when you compare it to other destinations and all their taxes.
Okay. All right. Spoken like
I
a
mean,
true salesperson from Vegas.
if you line it up that way, then Vegas ain't so bad.
All right. I'm gonna start looking at that. I'm gonna start looking at that,
Look,
comparing destinations, and then
if
go
I'm
from there. Because that's a good way of looking at it.
if I'm wrong, then let me know.
Oh, I will. I'll let you know. I'll let you know just when I do it. I mean, you don't have to be right or wrong, but I'll let you know when I do it. In fact, like I said, I have two trips to three destinations in the next whatever week or so. So I'm a compare and see
All right,
exactly what's
the
what.
Folio
But
Challenge. Let's just call
yes,
it that.
the
The Folio
folio
Challenge.
challenge. Okay, I like that. I like that.
Okay.
I like that because LA will throw in. Now there's some resort fees. The downtown properties, they have the resort fee. They have the what do you call it? The TMD tax, which is basically CVB tax, right? It's called TMD, tourism marketing destination or marketing district or something like that. Not every hotel pays into it, but some of them do. Well, they'll add another tax on top of that, right? Then you got your bed tax, then you got your sales tax. So, and then you got your rate. So, okay, all right. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out. Now that you said that, that's a good one. I like that.
Okay. Just see how many, just see how many lines you have to like highlight compared to Vegas when you highlight. That's all.
That's true. So what you're saying is that everybody's expenses, not just Vegas. It's not just Vegas Russell of hotels. Every destination is doing something. Okay.
Or
all right.
more.
Okay. And I accept that. And you see how Victor, he's going to defend Vegas. Okay. So not that I was trying to attack. I was just asking, right?
No. I just want you to compare apples to apples. That's all. That's all.
No, I got you, man. Woo, boy, you guys saw that, right? You guys saw you jump on me right there. But no, that's good. No, man. I definitely will. No, I definitely will check that out, and that is a fair assessment, and I appreciate you saying that because I never thought about it like that. And we just assume and we just pay, right?
Yeah.
And I source a lot of different destinations throughout, probably in the last couple of months. I sourced probably, I'm going to say 10 in 10 different states, different destinations or whatever. And just trying to, sometimes the rates are higher. Sometimes there's always something though. There's always something that, the rates, if it's not the rate, it's some of the taxes. If it's not the taxes, it's the destination fee. And they call it everything. It's a resort fee, a destination fee, a urban fee. I mean, they got all kind of friggin' names for it. But anyway, no, okay. I like that. Okay, I'm going to take that one. And everyone else out there, make sure you guys compare when we as hotel site selection people or meeting planners are comparing destinations to Vegas. Make sure you look at that. Do the folio challenge that Victor just told us about. Okay, so the folio challenge. I like that. See, I knew you came on here for a reason, Victor. I know you came on here for a reason. So okay, let's see. Did I have a couple other things I wanted to talk to you about? Gosh, I don't, let me think. There was something I was going to say. I can't remember. So you say something.
Well, let's talk about that backdrop.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, give me that's what it was, the backdrop.
So that backdrop, that overhang there, that is the Fremont Street Experience. That is a canopy that hangs over Fremont Street, over the Fremont Street, the most famous street in downtown Las Vegas. That used to be a street that you could drive down. Back when we were kids, we used to be able to cruise Fremont Street, but then they built that canopy. Now it's pedestrian only, right? Now you have some street performers are out there and everything keeps everything lively out there. But my property on the left here, the Golden Nugget, over to your right shoulder, I believe, and they have a zip line which you can actually take and cruise, and you'll actually fly down Fremont Street there. We have an outside indoor-outdoor venue that overviews Fremont Street at the Golden Nugget, so you can see the zip lining going on. But that is I think you're on Main Street there, if I'm not, or maybe Main Street or Las Vegas Boulevard there. You're back into Main Street, or Las Vegas Boulevard rather. So that's a great shot there you got there.
Okay. All right. See, I told you I would do something. When you told me that, why would you show me the downtown, the strip, when I don't work on the strip? I'm like, okay, Victor, I'm sorry.
You got me.
What do you think about all the sports teams that are coming to Vegas? You got the Raiders. You're about to get the A's. and you have hockey there as well,
Well,
right?
you got the champion Golden Knights.
Okay.
Yeah, champion Golden Knights, and the Raiders that they just did some good things in free agency. They got some good players, and then the A's are waiting in the wings. The Tropicana
Mm-hmm.
Hotel is going to be demolished pretty soon, making room for the A's. So lots of good things in the sports world. When Las Vegas was so anti sports betting and
Yes.
sports in Vegas. No, that'll never happen. No, it'll never happen. Never happen. And look at us now.
Exactly. Exactly. You guys are major players now. Now I'm gonna ask this question. Now, were you a Raider fan before they came into to Vegas?
Russell, I'm not a Raiders fan now. just because they're here doesn't mean I have to be a Raiders fan. I mean, the thing is, we weren't just because they're here. I mean, just because we all became fans of someplace else because there were no sports teams here. Now I can't be disloyal to the team that I'm loyal to just because we get a team. I mean, that's just wrong.
Okay,
And my
that is
so
a question.
my team is on my
Oh, you're the dog. I saw that. The Miami
so
Dolphins.
I
Okay.
can't break loose.
Okay. All right. All right.
I
I got
cannot break
you.
loose. Now I will follow them and I will cheer for them unless they are playing anywhere near my Dolphins.
Okay. Okay. That's funny.
Yeah.
My sister is a Dolphin fan too. I don't. We had a friend back in the day that I grew up with that played for the Dolphins. So I know that's why she likes the Dolphins. I don't like them. I don't care who played for them. I don't. I'm not a Dolphins fan. I was a
Now tell
him
me who
fan.
is that? Tell
His
me
name is
who that
Jeff
is.
Cross. His name is Jeff Cross.
Oh yeah. I want to say linebacker or lineman or
He's a lineman, defensive lineman. He's a defensive end.
defensive line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big dude.
Played
Big dude.
about
Yeah.
7, 8 years in the league. He's from my hometown, so we grew up together. So
Okay.
yeah, so I followed him when he was on the team, but that was years ago, right? So after that, I said, well, I got no reason to like him now. You know what I mean? So whatever. But yeah, so no, that yeah, so she's a Dolphin fan. In fact, we go to every time the Dolphins play here in LA, we go either they play the Chargers or the Rams, whoever they're playing, we're gonna go because
We try.
she'll buy the tickets. She'll buy the tickets. I'm like, oh okay, let's go then.
Yeah, my son and I try. Yeah, we do try to get down there too. So
Oh, you do? You come down here?
yeah.
Oh, well, you gotta tell somebody next time you're here for a game.
All right, I will.
Yeah, okay, sure. That's what they all say. Anyway, I
No, we
see.
do. We do.
I see Paula C. Paula C. Thank you so much for the comment. She said, "Cheers." Thank you so much. I appreciate you coming on. Paula C. is from Brazil, so we appreciate
Ooh.
that. See, we're international recognition here. I don't know if you knew this, Victor, but On Air with Russell of Hotels is an international show, right? So people from
I see
around the
you. I
globe.
see you. I see you.
Hello. Okay. I'm just glad. I'm just hoping you do. You recognize that people are going to notice you all over the world. Okay. So you happen to be somewhere. You say, aren't you Victor Fernandez? Yeah, you're on Russell's show, right? So there you go. So no, policy. Thank you so much. I appreciate you coming on and just showing your presence because people won't do that. I mean, there's people. I see there's people out there, but no one is showing their presence. Just say hey. Just say how you doing. Whatever. But we got about 8 minutes left on this show, and I appreciate Victor for spending an hour of his busy Saturday. Although he's probably he was just drinking a beer. Now, okay, let me just tell you this: before we came on, in the green room, right? Victor was drinking, and I didn't know what it was, and I said, "What are you drinking?" I said, "You drinking a beer?" He said, "What? I can't drink. I can't drink a beer." And I said, "Yeah, you can." He said, "I'll be more comfortable if you go grab a beer," meaning me. And I said, "Okay." I'm here for it too, right? So yeah, so this is the first time. I think it's the first time I actually had the show where I was actually drinking a beer. So there you go.
I love it. I
So
love
I
it. Here
see,
we are. Is it
I see.
when in Vegas?
Yeah, exactly, exactly. I see. Adam Fernandez says fins up.
All right. All right, he made it.
I take it he's related to you, okay? And he's on YouTube. Thank you so much. Paula C is on what am I saying? LinkedIn. So no, I appreciate you guys coming on. I see Ms. A. Victoria Lozano Fernandez. I see she's on here as well. Thank you so much for joining. Hello, great show. I appreciate that, Ms. Fernandez. So see, that's what I'm talking about. See, I appreciate people coming on and
It's a
making
family
their
affair.
comments. Hey, that's what, you know what, it starts with that, right? We got to get them to buy off on everything, and then hopefully it buys off, everybody else buys off on it too, right? So no, family is very important, and you know that, and I know that. So no, I appreciate anybody that comes on and just says hey and show their face and let us know that you're there. So no, we appreciate you guys. So so we got a couple minutes left. Yeah, I'm gonna turn the mic over to you. What you got to say? What you got? Any last parting words about the hospitality industry? About you? About sales? About whatever?
We've got. I think next up for us, we just finished up Connect in town. I don't know if you were in town or not because you didn't hit me up or nothing, but
I wasn't there.
you can always hit me up when you're in town. In fact, I want you to hit me up next time you're in town for a tour, and I want you to stay a night at the hotel so I can show you
You
around.
guys heard that, right? Wait. Say that again.
You are my guest when you come into town, so make sure you do that.
All right, no,
Okay?
I will, Victor. Thank you
Wouldn't
so
that
much.
be something
I
if you could
appreciate it.
do your podcast from the hotel? I don't know if I can make that happen, but
Of course I can
with
make it
the
happen.
legalities,
If I have my laptop,
wonder how I can do that if I can, what the legalities of that would be, but
there's no legality. I just do it. You don't even have to know I'm doing it.
Well, that's true. You can do it from your room. You can do anything from your room, but man, wouldn't that be something? Live from the Golden Nugget Hotel in downtown Las Vegas, Russell.
Yeah, it's called free advertising. That's what it's called. Who wouldn't want that? Who wouldn't want to take advantage of that? A promotion for the hotel, for the brand, right? So,
oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about.
Man, you can do it from the pool even. Oh boy.
See, hey, wherever you allow me to do it from, I'll do it.
From one of the cabanas, you better hurry.
Does the Wi-Fi work out there?
Hey, we'll find out.
Oh man, no. Wherever anybody wants me to come, I'll do it definitely. That would be my pleasure to come there and do that. So yeah, okay. So maybe we can plan that.
So you're coming in for IMEX or?
I'll be there because don't. I'm sorry, don't get mad at me when I tell you this, but a couple of years ago I had planned a family reunion there in Vegas, right? So actually going to be there in July.
Okay. You're probably staying at the Fontainebleau or.
No. The Embassy Suites.
What?
Victor?
Who booked that?
I did.
No, I don't believe you did.
I did. You have to remember, right? When you're doing a family reunion, and this is for people out there, right? You're doing a family reunion. You got to think of, it's not just about me, okay? The planner.
I'm sure it's a very nice property, Russell. Let me rewind that. I'm sure it's a very nice property.
I'm going to say this, Victor. There's a group for every hotel and a hotel for every group. Okay? let's just leave it at that. Okay? No resort fee. Okay? No resort fee. Right? So, and they can experience Vegas however they want to, but it's a gathering spot. It's a gathering spot for the family to come in, and basically we'll take over that hotel, and that's
Okay.
kind of what you want, right? So you kind of want
Okay.
it's kind of what you want. So we have about, we can have anywhere from 200 people that come through, right? So that would take over that particular hotel.
Okay.
See, so that's why.
See.
See, there's always a reason for everything, right?
You did your job. You did your job. You did your job.
And you know what? I saw the look on your face when I said that too. When I said that property, and you're like, "Huh? What?" So it's in video, right? This will be there forever. Okay.
I'm sure
the
it's a
look
very
on
nice
your
property.
face when you
I'm
said
sure it's
that.
a very nice property, Russell. I take that back.
Oh my God, that was a good one. That was priceless. That was that moment. That little fleeting moment was priceless, Victor. So please go back and rewind it and look at that moment when I said that, okay? And your reaction to what I said. So, oh my goodness, that was a good one. Well, anyway, I got 1 minute left, man. Hey, man, I thank you. This has been great. I appreciate you coming on, giving up an hour of your Saturday. I do appreciate you coming on and talk about, your experiences and, kind of your progress, in your career and how you started and where you are now. And we ain't done yet, man. We're not done, right?
Never done.
Okay, good. And then we talked about Vegas and some of the, downtown versus the strip. Maybe we need to pay a little bit more attention to what's going on downtown. Everybody wants to go to the strip and all that stuff. But hey, they have hotels in downtown too. They got restaurants. They have all that kind of stuff there too, right? They got gambling. They got all that stuff. Probably a little more intimate fun or whatever. So there you go. Fremont
great
Street.
Steakhouses. Beautiful steakhouses downtown.
There you go. Now, would you say that's more where locals go, or is it still more tourists that go there?
You know what? Probably half and half. I think just as many locals go downtown as the tourists go, because it's easier to get around down in the downtown area. So yes, parking is definitely much easier to get to and affordable downtown. So yeah.
See, there you go. Spoken like a true, dignitary of Las Vegas. There you go. So we appreciate your time, man. Appreciate your appreciate everything that you do for our industry. We appreciate all the advice you're going to give, that you've been given, and that you're going to give. No, I appreciate it, man. I thank you.
Right,
I thank you. So
thank you for what you do.
You're more than welcome, man. You're more than welcome. We'll stay in touch, right?
All right. Take care of yourself, Russell.
All right, you too. So that is it for today. Thank you so much again to Victor Fernandez for being a guest on air with Russell of Hotels. I also appreciate the people that have chimed in, like Paula C. in Brazil, Adam Fernandez, Victoria Lozano Fernandez. I appreciate you guys coming on. I don't take it lightly that people, they do respond and they do watch the show. I do the show normally every Tuesday at 1:00. But because Victor was available on Saturday, that's why we did this. So I'm flexible. Okay. So don't think that I am not flexible. I will not do this show whenever people can come on and do it. So this goes to show that, right? Today's Saturday, it's my day too. It's my off day too, right? But if Victor can do it, and obviously I got a lot of respect for Victor to even say, to open up, a Saturday for him. So no, I appreciate it. I appreciate, when we met, 3 or 4 years ago, and just the conversations and just your, the wealth of knowledge and basically how you carry yourself at these trade shows. Victor's all about business. I mean, he wants to meet people, things like that. But when it comes to business, that's what he's all about, right? And he's going to bring that first, and we have fun later. Let's do the business first. We can have the fun later. But yeah, definitely that. So I watch you. You don't think I watch how you move, Victor, but I do. Okay. So definitely, but no, I thank you for, thank you for pushing me to have a beer today, and I thank you for just your time. So once again, you have a great day. Thank you again. Appreciate you coming on. And that's it. So you guys have a great day, great Saturday, great weekend, and we'll see you again soon. So until next time, peace.
Thank you for joining On Air with Russell of Hotels. Please tune in every Tuesday at 1 p.m. as we talk to other hospitality professionals. Your feedback is important to Russell. Feel free to email him at russell@russellofhotels.com with any questions or suggestions. Until next time, try not to be a person of success, rather become a person of great value.